Collective. The most recent readings coming out in the spiritual community by way of the spiritual assassins who needed to reassess their situation because their shit is in shambles. They went and they doubled down on the madness. So when I was channeling the energy, I heard Mississippi, Las Vegas, Miami, Florida specifically. Something could also be significant about Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is what I heard in my mind's eye, and also Los Angeles, California. Something about severe judgment, divine intervention. Something's been going on for too long. Spiritual assassins now need to reassess the circumstances because the circumstantial evidence is obvious, inevitably, that you will continue by way of your divinity to be this earth angel that you were born to be. Ooh, that came straight from the creator. They wouldn't double down on that magic. This was last night. Spirit says specifically last night was their last night. But the last night that they did it was the last night. So somebody went and doubled down on the madness. I just heard death spells are backfiring back to back. Dang, too many to count. So they could, whoever these people are, this is so interesting because this card came out in the middle of a deck where it doesn't belong. And this shows a conversation. This shows people fraternizing, getting together, consultations. This could be divination. This could be consulting, going into some type of secret collaboration behind what they want to do. What are we going to do type ass energy. That's what I just heard. And that card just flipped and it flipped in the reverse. Child, the divine makes no mistakes. Thank you, Creator, for using me. So listen. Come on in. If you're new, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back. Thank you for the love, the support, the donations. And when I mean donations, y'all, I don't always mean when you give money. Sometimes you donate good comments, you donate wisdom, you donate good energy to the platform. When you comment your story or you write something that's positive, be it for yourself or somebody else, you're donating to yourself and you're donating to somebody else. So I am eternally grateful for that. It does not go unrecognized. Absolutely not. I am so happy. Come on in, my beautiful soul tribe. Big shout out to the divine creator. We already got this door open. This door is open. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit says we're going to see everything that we need to see. Please come in an energy of truth. That way you're able to handle the truth. And even if the truth cuts like a knife and it hurts, that's the best time to really hold yourself accountable. Really, it is. Nobody's exempt. Poverty and Jezebel. You got a Jezebel out here, Jezebelian around, Jezebothin. A lot of sex magic backfire, beauty spells backfire. Some of these people are looking like, oh, Spirit says the Crypt Keeper meets the Grim Reaper. Oh, no. Well, poverty. I don't know. I'm just here to channel the message. Please don't shoot, okay? If you want to shoot your shot or say something nasty or think something negative, please don't. I am a messenger of the Creator, and the Creator does not take kind to people that attack the messenger. Don't touch the anointed. Don't touch the messenger. My feelings are not involved, although I very well could share my feelings in the middle of what might be an impromptu, intuitively guided commercial break. If you've been here before, you've survived the commercial breaks, then you already know. Okay, without any more rambling and or without further ado, back to the reading. Poverty. Somebody's in poverty. Jezebel, okay? Somebody could be 37 years old. Something significant about 1997. That's what I just heard. 1983. This person became obsessed with taking you down. So this could be one person in particular. This could be a very isolated story. I feel like it is kind of piggybacking. Yeah, it's piggybacking off of the previous reading. The spiritual assassins are needing to assess their circumstances by way of circumstantial evidence that you are an earth angel. That's what I keep hearing. But this is a story within a story. So this is somebody that reading is very similar to what it is that they did. They became obsessed with you. They could have went to a lot of different practitioners, but this is a different story, Spirit is telling me. or it's connected to the previous reading. Thank you, Spirit. Show me more. Show me the truth. What happened here? What happened? Manipulation. Domination. Somebody wanted to manipulate you. Somebody was being manipulated by their own dark impulses. Yeah, somebody was talking themselves into doing something that they knew they needed to walk away from. Like, was Spirit says, wasn't the first practitioner enough? Didn't you see what happened to the last guy? Like something like that. Like somebody is watching people get tossed to and fro, messing around, trying to come for your energy. So didn't this person know? It's another classic case of somebody putting people in the line of fire, but the people that were being put in the line of fire were just like this person. Yeah, look, now they're shocked about what? Awakening. Somebody doesn't know how you know the details of what they did. It's a Jezebel out here. Could be a masculine, could be a feminine. Take it as it resonates. Somebody likes to shapeshift in the genders. This is a form of witchcraft. Darkness. They like to shape in between different feminine energies and masculine energies so that people never really pick up on who they are. But people are awakening to this person. No matter how I shuffle the deck, the Jezebel is showing up at the bottom of the deck. Holy Spirit. Now somebody's sitting up in an energy of expectation for what? What are you expecting? Somebody knows that the inevitable is about to happen. Okay, cause and effect. You did that, and here's the effect. You sowed that seed, now you're reaping the benefits of it. Be it good, bad, and or indifferent. You know if you're planting good seeds, and you know if you're planting bad seeds. What does that look like? Well, prime example. In layman's terms, you went to a practitioner, gave a practitioner some money, that's planting a seed because you wanted something to happen. You wanted to cause something to happen by way of an effect. You wanted somebody to be affected by this seed, this intention that you were putting out. Yeah, and then you found out that the collective is unbothered. Listen, I'm going to get a pen and I'm going to add to this: unbothered, untouched, uninterested in it. We're just not interested, unbothered. So this person is shocked that the level of magic that they thought they were throwing at you now has them in what appears to be a pickle, a little bit of a chaotic situation. Somebody's looking at their watch and the watch is looking at them. Somebody's biting their nails. Child, this person, somebody is trying to figure out, when is the magic going to hit? Clarify. Spiritual assassin, you needed to reassess your situation. Spiritual assassins, now you fighting with everybody around you. That's that chaos magic that backfired. This person could be like really irritated because after I did that reading just recently and I felt a few other high priestesses tapped in to very similar like energy around it, because the truth really doesn't change. You might hear it differently, but when you're really in the presence of somebody that's committed to the truth, it might come out just differently, but it's still the same. And I feel like all of us picked up on that truth. All of us picked up on it, and it sent a lot of people into a rage. It's one thing to fail at trying to attack a chosen one, but to fail and be brought into the courtyards of spiritual court, humiliated by the ancestors with pinpoint accuracy to every single detail, every single word, every single resource that was used, every single connection, and let that be illuminated. Some of these people don't like being embarrassed in the middle of spiritual court amongst beings that can see everything they did. So now they're angry because they can't run, they can't hide. Yeah, I just heard there's nowhere to run to, there's nowhere to hide. Again, it's a classic case of you can't hide from yourself. Everywhere you go, there you are. This is the age of enlightenment. Everything that was done in the dark is coming to the light, and now there's conflict. This is one particular case. Spirit says this reading is not the same as the previous one, but it's one very similar of somebody that went on a tangent to solicit a lot of different practitioners to come up against you. Yeah, listen, somebody's ancestors have ascended to archangel energy in the spirit realm, meaning they're not earthbound. You can't go see these spirit guides at the graveyard. You can't conjure them up. They come from the heavens. They come from the outer realms. These are ancestors that have ascended. Look at intuitive. Intuitively, they've ascended beyond the shadow realm, beyond the earthly realm. They're in the highest places amongst ascended masters and ascended archangels. I just heard, why do we think that the masters don't continue to ascend if God is creation and eternal? Yeah, this physical body is not the final step. Yeah, we are evolving beyond that with essence. So somebody's ancestors is like a part of some type of alienation from a whole nother realm. And here you are going through your earthly experience with self-love. Oh my God, you look so good. Unbothered, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the divine wants for us. For the creator says, I think peace towards you. I think love. And somebody wanted conflict. So the recent reading, show me that person that was barking like that. Yeah, look, they had the nerve to try to send you complete and total destruction. If you don't sit your somebody's ancestors are from another world. Somebody's bloodline is extraterrestrial. What does that mean? That means when people try to attack you, they don't even know what they're attacking. They don't even know what to do. Trying to put together herbs and violate nature and Gaia, or doing death spells or going to a graveyard is so like, it's so forbidden that it should be obvious. This is what the bloodline is saying. It's so forbidden that people should have known better. Had they known better, would they have done better? Because Spirit says some of them did know better and they still did it. Yeah, that's nasty work. Going against your own intuition is nasty business. That's like self-mutilation. That's self-infliction. That's inflicting pain on yourself. Maybe these people want to feel. Is that what it is? You did your magic out of pain because you wanted to feel? Reveal it, source. Talk to me, creator. Talk through me, use me. Conflict. Now they're arguing with who? The practitioner, because they paid somebody to send you complete and total chaos and destruction. And what does that look like in the life of a divine being? Well, it doesn't look like anything. It looks just like what this is. What does that look like in the life of a divine being who is talking to astral rest and don't take my words for granted. What does that look like on an astral ancestral alienation realm with ancestors that have ascended as archangels? What does that look like? Somebody is pissed off because they couldn't complete whatever this is, or send you conflict. They wanted to complete something. Somebody wanted you to be finished. Now they have this expectation. Yeah, they paid for death magic. Look how it's coming out. Child, look at this fool. Look at this doggone fool. Oh my God. Look at this idiot. Sitting up with an energy of expectation that whoever you are, chosen one, you would be knocked out of some type of self-love, unbothered, peaceful, namaste, assalamu alaikum energy, inshallah energy. You're trusting in the divine. Your inner God has ascended. Your ancestors are in a higher realm, y'all. They're not earthbound. They will come down to have a little conversation if need be, but overall, they feel like you got it. So they're watching. They're rooting you on. These people don't really want to come up against this bloodline. It's royal. Intuition is here. Your intuition told you what was going on and you saw the outcome. And instead of reacting, you simply just went within. I just heard in a Zen state of mind. I just heard somebody say, oh, so you Zen now, huh? Oh, you happy? Oh, you're always happy. Like this really does offend somebody. Somebody that can't find their way to happiness. The creator says, I hate that energy for them. But because they love it, I have to allow them to be where they're at. This is what creator is saying. Expectation, destruction. Yeah, they did death magic. So why are they fighting? Because you were supposed to be completed. You were supposed to be finished. Somebody wanted you finished with some type of weird ass undiagnosable health concern. So they amped it up on the last night. This is what Spirit just said. They wanted you emotionally and mentally abused. Get the words out, spirit. They could have done some type of shut up spell for you to stop speaking the truth. It's the karmic feminine behind this. This is what they don't want to come out. So this is like more of like a gag order. Like they want us to shut up. They put something in the ethers where they're like, shut this up. It's bad enough that they have to reroute their plans, that they have to re-strategize, but they're out of strategies. So trying to finish off a chosen one when your plans have already been finished, there's nothing else that they can do. Somebody did all that they could do, and now they're in this conflicted energy. Y'all amped it up. You sent complete and total destruction. What's that? Clarify. Show us what you sent. You wanted to block somebody's pathway. So the last night they went and did another ritual, completely blaspheming the creator. This is somebody that knew better, Spirit is saying. Because if they're going to different practitioners, that means that they have no help. So somebody's just out here going rogue, honey. They're doing it on their own. Clarify. This person has no help. Boss energy. Clarify. Travel and ascending. Clarify. Spirit says, don't lose track of the message. Don't lose track of the message. Somebody wanted you to lose track of some type of divine guidance, intuitive nudge. This person can't affect a damn thing. Whatever they're sending, death, all that, complete, total destruction, oh, rah, rah, rah. They could have gone to a masculine. Spiritual assassin now has to reassess the situation by way of circumstantial evidence, because the circumstantial evidence is obvious. It's imminent. Yeah. It's inevitable that the collective is ascending. This has been decided by the creator, by the divine. So who's over here trying to decide what the divine has already made a decision on, which is the life of the chosen, because they're going in the right direction? Your ancestors are ascended archangels. You have angelic DNA, honey. What are these people trying to do? Nothing. Nothing. Spirit says they're doing exactly what they need to do. They're creating complete and total destruction for themselves. Poverty, mentally, emotionally unstable. They're expecting for this to kick in. When is it going to kick in for the collective? How come every time we see the collective is unbothered? They're at peace. They're ascending. They have new manifestations. Some of you just got a new house or a new car or in a relationship. Whatever you're doing or relating your energy to, it's being relayed through your essence by way of that which is obvious. You're on the move, honey. You ain't got time. Somebody could have even have traveled towards you or towards a practitioner. Yeah, they did something on the last night. I can't make this up. Somebody wanted your house to be in an upheaval. House could represent your physical body too. Spirit is saying to see this from different dimensions. So house could be a physical house that somebody wanted to be in chaos. With healer in the reverse, somebody wanted to block your healing. So you could have been somebody that transmuted some type of energy and somebody tried to send it back, landing themselves with their own health concern. Death magic backfiring. Somebody said, do it again. Keep doing it. Play it again, Sam, is what somebody said. Keep doing that death spell. Keep doing that health concern. Keep doing all of that until this hits. We need this to hit. Now somebody's in conflict and complete and total destruction. You're in the middle of this storm, the eye of the storm, but there's a safe pocket in the middle. A lot of people don't know that tornadoes have a little pocket in the middle of them by way of nature where nothing can be touched. I feel like this is how this is. I feel like this destruction tore up everything around you that needed to be destroyed. Again, another classic case of somebody who has deemed themselves to be an enemy, but they can't be an enemy. We don't have no enemies. Your enemy is ascending. My enemy is ascending. Somebody's mad because they can't be your enemy. That's like putting an inexperienced boxer in the ring with Clarissa Shields and it's like, okay, go. Like, what? Clarissa's like, this is not. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. I need somebody that's got a little ranking. And I feel like this is where you're sitting, collective, because you've earned that spot. You're sitting up straight. You're proud of yourself. Yeah, you're proud of yourself. Somebody wanted to stop your healing, disrupt your home. This backfired. Show me that negligent energy that somebody tried to send. Distant future. I can't make this up. You've since been long gone, honey. Disconnected from this. You could have relocated, or somebody could be taking a trip. Clarify. This backfired instantly. Somebody's losing faith. Somebody tried to, I just heard, assert their power over you, assert their dominance over you. Now they're overexerted. Child, somebody is exhausted. They've exhausted all their demonic options. Health concerns backfired. Mentally and emotionally unstable. I feel like this person was already in this energy. I don't feel like this is a big backfire. I feel like this is the energy that they resonate with. They just wanted to send it your way. So now they created more destruction for themselves and more poverty and faith in the reverse. Now somebody is finally coming to some form of an epiphany that this may or may not work. Oh my God, it might not take this earth angel down. Concern and faith in the reverse. Oh, ye of little faith. Show me these practitioners, these spiritual assassins. Somebody went to a lot of people. Somebody recently, oh yeah, these people are crazy. Let me tell you something. Whoever this karmic feminine is, she went above and beyond to knock you off your square. When you sit back and you don't resonate with life in the highest frequency, or you don't deserve, unfortunately, you don't feel like you deserve a good life, people like this who are ascending will bring out your demons, and they're the ones that you need to slay. Somebody wanted to bring you into their turmoil because they feel bound, because their bloodline is cursed, because they've not stood up and answered the call to break those generational curses of mental and emotional instability and poverty and divorce and health concerns. That's all curses. Those are all spirits that need to be casted out and or delivered. Somebody's got a whole bunch of curses on their bloodline. So instead of cleaning up their own house, Spirit says, they wanted to turn your house upside down because they're bound to something. They're bound to envy, jealousy. Spirit says they will stay in this energy until they see what it is that they have done. Now they're in this energy of concern because their greatest expectation, by where their aspiration, their goal in life was to see you not here. That's your goal in life? Is to wake up and wish that somebody is dead? Or did you know it? Or did you believe it? Because right now, whoever this karmic feminine is, she's lacking faith. What are you subscribing to? It's not the divine because it's in the reverse. You subscribe to your own dense energy. And now you're angry because that's where you have to stay. And whoever these practitioners are, they know that you're jealous of somebody. They know that you're mad at somebody. But the reality is, putting a mirror up to this person, they're really angry with themselves. Somebody doesn't see themselves. Look at all this inner turmoil. Look at all these demons that need to be casted out. Jealousy, envy, animosity. Somebody is also jealous of your stability because they wanted this to be like done. With healer in the reverse, it's almost like somebody they wanted your house to not provide you with healing or comfort. You know, your home is sacred. It's the only place in this world where you can go. It's where you rest your head. It's where your bed is. It's your house. This could also be physical though, too. I'm getting somebody wanted everything knocked over in your life. I just heard complete and total destruction is what they ordered. House in the reverse. Somebody wanted your house to be in chaos. They didn't want you to heal. Whoever you are, you ascended beyond it. You're completely unbothered. You could have even gotten an intuitive nudge about what was going on, and you just continue to manifest, and you continue to project out into this distant, immediate future, the high priestess energy. Yeah, look, this is what happens when you apply wisdom. You apply wisdom. You use your spiritual gift. Yeah, baby, those crows outside my window are crying. Somebody's afraid that death is on their ass. Well, they shouldn't have wished death on you. But somebody didn't really have a good life anyway. It was torment, anger, jealousy, not wanting to look at their own bloodline and clean it up. So it's like, okay, the death angels are like, well, we might as well just take you. You're not doing anything here in the earth. You're just causing problems. Somebody's a trouble starter for what? Collective, you held your high honor. You maintained your position of your gift, and you got this inheritance. I'm telling you, this was a big ascension. This was a big ascension. I saw this in my mind's eye before it flew out. Unexpected money. But I feel like this is also a spiritual gift from your ancestors from the highest realm. They've ascended beyond the earth. They're not earthbound. They don't need to be earthbound anymore. They've ascended to archangels. If you want to see them, look up. Spirit says, and go within. Go within and then look up. Rituals and conflict. Yeah, this is conflict magic. They're expecting for you to, what were they trying to do? Drive somebody crazy? Because they were crazy. Usually people that project out this much nasty energy, it's their own energy and they want you to feel like them. Somebody could have even said, make him ugly like me. I hate that for you. So says the creator. We don't use hate a lot. But anything opposing God is not love. And I just hate for this person. Like seriously. But if they like it, creator says, we love it. Damn. They're exactly where they wanted to be. This is what Spirit is saying. That's where they put themselves by way of their own free will. Yeah, somebody was too preoccupied. Planning, Spirit says, plotting and planning your destruction. They were too preoccupied. They're projecting heavily, honey. This person ain't got nothing else to do. Who is this projecting this thick like this? Child, ain't got nothing to do. And they're watching you be in this temperance energy. Ooh, I had a witch like that tell me that one time, y'all. Little true story here. She says, I want to fight you because you don't want to fight. Now, mind you, this was somebody that was spiritual like myself. And she didn't like the calm that I had. I was very patient with her because I knew that she had just lost a family member. But it was like my peace really disrupted her. But she didn't know that my peace came out of pure chaos, that I had mastered the art of chaos, meaning how to deal with it and be in the middle of it and still hold my peace was something that came with my spiritual awakening. It was a spiritual gift to be able to do that. But I didn't look chaotic enough for her. Or maybe I wasn't keeping it real because I wasn't coming in trauma bonding. I didn't talk about the past. There was no point. I wasn't there for that. I was there for a new experience, but it really pissed her off so much so that she sent some really nasty magic. She ended up stealing some of my things and doing spell work. And shortly after that, her best friend passed away and then her mother. And Spirit had already shown me, and I actually said it out of my mouth to her. I said, you were in the presence of the divine and you didn't even know it. Oh, you think you're the divine? You think you're this? I had never said that, hey, I'm the divine. I just told her you're in the presence of the divine because I knew my intentions towards her was that of purity. It ignited her to do some very nasty spell work. People started dropping dead. She lost her house. Like all kinds of things started happening. Then she thought I did something. I didn't have to do anything. I was upset though. I definitely reported her to the creator. I was like, yo, this is unfair. Did you see what she did? And I'm not even mentioning all of what was being made known to me by way of how she was trying to destroy me. But the moral of the story was, it was the Zen state of mind. Getting back to the reading, this is a very familiar energy. It's a familiar spirit. It reminds me of somebody that's like that. So why did they do it? Because their life was messed up. Because they didn't know how to heal. How did you know how to heal? How do you know how to heal? Like, that's not something that anybody can do for you, unfortunately. People can come along and help you. This person's mentally like messed up right now. They're going crazy because they know the death is on that ass. And they're trying to balance out their thoughts because you've balanced yourself out and alchemized it, that they know that destructive energy can't come towards you. That's just an immediate download. But this reminds me of that kind of person. Yeah, like I want to mess with you because you are divine, or because you got a prayer life. It's like that kind of person. This is a provoking energy. And they're mad because you didn't see them as competition enough that this would be a fair fight. You ever just looked at somebody doing something dirty to you in the spirit realm and you like, this ain't what you want. You just overlook it. You turn your back on it. You're like, oh, you turn your back. You know why? Because you're held in high honor. You gained wisdom. You know how to react in the middle of chaos. You know how to stay calm in the middle of the storm. You know how to stay focused. You've earned that birthright. You did work with the divine. And why would you let somebody come and scribble all over your homework after you got an A+ from the divine and the Most High God is saying, I'm about to reward you with the crown? Why would you go back down? Like, that doesn't make sense. So you turned your back on it. You was like, oh, okay, let them, because you already know the outcome. Wisdom is showing you the outcome, right? This is what Spirit is saying. Show me what I need to see, Spirit. Yeah, they did this out of jealousy because you were being celebrated. Somebody is really angry because you're celebrating life. You got $5, you're happy about that. You got $500, you're happy about that. You were happy before the taxes hit. Your life is not predicated on the things that are being provided in the material world because you're happy. You're connected to source. You get it. So why did they do it? Because you laughing too much. Why are you so happy? What you smiling about? This is why they did it. So they went to a lot of different practitioners, 3 of Cups and a 2 of Cups. Interesting. Clarify what's going on, Spirit. 7 of Wands. You stood your ground. Somebody's ancestors popped out. Somebody tried to send you a legion of demons, child. That's so sad. That's so sad. It just backfired. It really didn't go anywhere, to be quite honest. You got a recipe and somebody wants to know what it is. Now they're obsessed. So your biggest hater is now your biggest fan, but really they're a stan. And for those of you that are unaware of what stan, STAN means, it's a stalker and a fan. Somebody has turned from obsession to hatred to admiration and back again, all over the place, whoever this person is. They don't know how they feel about you. They know they have to respect you, though, if they see you. This is the kind of person that if you see them in the 3D in real life, they'd be like, oh, hey, how you doing? They just want to be your friend. They're a confused admirer. Poor little tink tink. The 7 of Pentacles, okay? Somebody put in a lot of work, a lot of effort. They even traveled to a distance. Spirit says what I'm saying is the truth. We're going to go ahead and complete this reading in the memberships. If you are not a member as of yet, I highly recommend that you do it. I've made it very affordable for you to just sow into this ministry for these free readings, 23 cents a day, 27 cents a day. I'm going to put this at the lowest level. I hope to see you there. We're going to get into the details. Reason being is that some of these public readings, they get flagged by YouTube for being inappropriate when I get into certain details. So I have to respect those guidelines. And that's why you're going to notice that a lot of the uploaded content by way of the real deep readings and extended readings will now be in the membership. So meet me there. I'll see you soon. I love you. Peace be with you.